Hello everyone, I Dr. Megha Chaudhary welcome you all in my YouTube channel, and it's been long, I know, because of some issue, some problem, and I was running very busy because of my busy schedule. I could not post the videos in between, but I could not resist myself to post the video today on the auspicious occasion, that is the birth anniversary of our Honorable Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. So today is the birth anniversary. 10th April is celebrated every year in the world around. So 800 million people take the uh, homeopathic medicine all over the world, and 82 countries practice homeopathy. Around 25% of people are using homeopathic medicines in India, and homeopathy is the second largest medical system in the world according to WHO. So these are the data. So when the perfect simillinum hit, the patient can come out of any dangerous situation, but still people believe that homeopathy works slow. It is a myth in the people mind. So this day is celebrated to create a general awareness regarding the homeopathy, how it works, how it helps, what are the benefits of taking homeopathy, how we can boost our immunity. So camps are organized in different colleges and even in some villages, towns, to help people. Not only homeopathy works in physical diseases, but also where the patient is suffering with depression or any psychological illness, homeopathy works beautifully. So in homeopathy there is complete restoration of the health with the soul, body and mind access. So today I will share two cases of mine. The two cases are of viral fever. Recently I have treated. One case is of one child and one case is of myself. So I will share the both cases today. So starting with the first case, my regular patient used to come and she has a strong belief on homeopathy and on me. So her child was suffering with high fever and she called me up and she said that since morning the son is in high fever, and she thought because actually I take lectures in the morning, so she didn't call me up. She thought I will be disturbed, so she gave him crocin, and after giving crocin fever was settled, but now fever is again starting to shoot up and it's now on 102. So 102 पे बुखार है, and mother told me that child is now not eating properly, food is he is not liking to eat anything, and thirst is very much increased. He is demanding water in frequent intervals, and lips are red, body is too much hot. Whenever she touches, the body is extreme hot, and fever is coming up very high. So high grade fever is there. So considering all these symptoms, the red lips, hotness of the body, high grade fever, dullness during the fever, and thirst is increased. So considering all these symptoms, I asked her that what the child is liking to do, what he is doing during the stage of fever. She replied that her son wanted to play games on the phone, or he wants to see cartoons on the TV. So he wants to play. Also he is having desire to play with the kids outside, but she is not allowing him to go outside because of the physical exertion. So considering this all symptoms, I gave her belladonna 200. I told her that please come in the clinic and pick up the medicine. So she came and pick up the medicine, and with dissolving in the water, she with mixing in water, she started giving the dosage, but there was no change. There was no improvement, neither in the appetite or in the vitals. Also the patient was having constipation, so I asked whether he has gone to washroom, but she said no. So there was no change, no improvement. Then I told her that please wait, and it was very late evening. It was, I think, 9 or 9:30. So I told her that please wait for the night and make him sleep before giving, just give the crocin again and make him sleep. So come to clinic in the day next morning. So she came next morning to me, and then I gave her belladonna 1 ml. So I increased the potency, but after increasing the potency also there was no result. So I was little I was thinking that something is lacking, the case is not been taken properly, or something is missing here. So I again called up and I told her that please give me proper information. Does anything happen? Did you scolded him, or anything happened in the school? Does teacher said anything, or any conflict with the kids? Because these things matter in case taking, and then only can I can help and give the perfect medicine. Then she replied that before the day, since the morning the son is in fever, but before that day in the evening, she scolded him in front of his friends that you please start eating food properly, you have to finish the milk, come upstairs and have a milk, then only I will allow you to play the games with your friend, otherwise I won't allow you. So my pitch was little louder, and I scolded him in front of his friends. But after hearing this, his eyes were little furious and dark, red, and anger was seen in his eyes, and he slowly holded my hands and said, "Mummy, what are you doing? You can't see my friends are there, you are insulting me in front of my friends." And then he went in the corner, and when I saw him standing in the corner, his eyes were watery. Then I told him that please go and play. Then he said, "No, Mummy, you have made a mistake, you have insulted me, this is very bad." Then his friends came up, and I told that please go all and play. So then he went to play. Then I come up and started making dinner. He came after playing. When he came back to home after playing, he had dinner. We all had dinner, and after dinner he started shouting on me, "What you have done? You have made insulted. All will laugh in front of all my friends. You were shouting, you were scolding me, you have insulted me today. This is very bad." And then he started hitting me, saying all these words. So I was furious that this is not the way. I am his mother. How could he hit me? How could he shout me? So I started explaining him, but he was not listening to me. Then I told him that is enough. I will not talk to you. And since then I stopped talking to him, and usually we sleep together, but at that night I didn't talk to him. I stopped talking, and we slept differently in different room. So that is the first time that we slept in a different room, and he is very habited. He can't sleep without me. He needs me always. But that is the first time that he slept with his father, and I slept in different room. So next morning when I wake up, I saw that his body is very warm, it's hot, and I checked, the temperature was very high. So after listening this whole case, I come to the conclusion that sometimes when we see patient in some pathological conditions, like in case of fever also, when patient is very much fair, or in anemic cases also, we get trapped when we see redness of lips. Patient can be of sulfur or belladonna, but we get trapped in these 2-3 remedies. And I was trapped, and I gave belladonna 200, then I gave belladonna 1 ml. It doesn't work. But after analyzing the case properly, I found that in this case elements are very much strong, and because there was strong thought in the child, the feeling of humiliation and insult that he was continuously saying, so that is more important to consider. Considering red lips, thirst, and other physical is not so important in this case, I found. And then I considered these elements. I took 3 rubrics. First rubric, element from suppressed anger. Why? Because in front of friends he didn't said anything. He just said in a very slow and in a mild tone that mummy, you are insulting me, and his eyes were watery and angry and red. He didn't said anything, and he went to play with friends, but after coming home he started shouting. So there was suppression of anger in between that period, when he suppressed the anger, that he could not um, throw it out in front of his friends, because what his friends will think, and because of the ego. So I took the first rubric, elements from suppressed anger. Second rubric, I took elements from mortification, indignation with, because in this case there was strong feeling of insult. Third rubric I took, because when mother stopped talking and she didn't sleep with the son, that was the first time that she ignored, and he slept with his father. So I took the third rubric, element from neglected being. So these 3 rubrics I took, and considering these 3 rubrics, Stephysagria came and I prescribed her Stephysagria. After giving Stephysagria 200, his fever started coming down, his appetite was increased, and his mother called me up that now he is eating properly, he is feeling hungry, and now he has gone to washroom also, stools, he has passed the stool also. So these were positive signs, and that was enough that yes, I am in the right direction and medicine given is right. But the temperature was stable in between the 99 and 100. It was not coming down. And then I gave her Stephysagria 1 ml. After giving Stephysagria 1 ml, the patient was totally out of fever, and he was back to the health and with the same energy. So this was the case. So I found that when elements are cleared, and we know that this is clear, and this is very important, then we should take the elements. Second case is of mine. A few days back I was very serious ill, because what happened, first my child falls sick and then my husband falls sick, and in this duration I was trying with the homeopathic medicine, but it was the 4th day, still my son was in fever, and I was very upset that why I am not giving the right medicine, why some problem is coming, or what mistake I am making, and being homeopath I am not able to cure my family. So I was very anxious, and these thoughts were coming in my mind. And between this phase also, the my known ones in the society were asking me, because of their concern and care, but when they were asking me that why it is not coming down, fever is not coming down, you should go to the doctor, you should go for investigation. So this questions were irritating me. Also the phone calls were coming from my relatives and family, my parents, that you should approach any doctor, you should go for the investigation, you should do this, या आयुर्वेदिक ये करके देख लो या वो करके देख लो. This was irritating me so much. So I was like, I can take handle, I can manage my family, I can take handle of my child and my husband. I am doctor, I am homeopath, and whatever will be the dangerous condition, I know homeopathy will help me only, and I have a strong belief on my science. But these people were irritating me, people around me. So also I wanted to be quiet because of the pain in my throat and ear, and whenever anyone used to call me, I was very irritative. Please don't disturb me. So I don't want to be get disturbed. So I took the rubrics in my case, elements from cares and worries, because I was very anxious regarding the health of my child and husband, that why homeopathy medicine is not working. It has been 4 days, my child is in fever, In every 6 hours, 7 hours, I'm giving crocin to him. What will be the effect on his liver? And he's not eating anything. His appetite is so much diminished. What will be his condition? And I was more concerned for my child, obviously for my husband also, but more concern was for child. So these thoughts were coming to me. So I took first rubric, elements from cares and worries. Second rubric, I took elements from reapproaches, because this remarks and this, although they were not putting any comments on me, because of their concern and care, they were asking me and giving me advice, but this was irritating. I was feeling like they are giving me remarks. That being homeopathic doctor, I am not supposed to, or I am not able to. There is some limitation or mistake in me or in my science. I am lacking somewhere. So this remarks I was feeling. So second rubric I took elements from reapproaches. Third rubric I took quiet wants to be, because during my illness I wanted to be quiet. Fourth rubric I took disturb averse to be, because I didn't like to be disturbed, that anyone should come or call me. And considering this all rubrics, NUX VOMiCA came, and I took NUX VOMiCA. After taking NUX VOMiCA, this all thoughts were stopped. I was feeling much better. My appetite was increased, my energy level started increasing, and my fever started coming down. But it was not coming down to 100. My fever earlier was continuous on 3, even after taking the paracetamol, dolo, after taking the antipyretic also, it was not coming down to 103. I was very much in pathetic situation. So after taking NUX VOMiCA, my temperature was up to 100. It was not coming down. Then I took NUX VOMiCA 1 ml in dissolving with water. I took the medicine in every 15-20 minutes interval, and then my fever was totally gone, and I was back to my normal stage. My energy levels and all things were improved. So this was mine case. Now, how the NUX VOMiCA is in illness, we have seen through my case that during the acute illness, NUX VOMiCA becomes very irritative. He doesn't like to be disturbed, rest desire, and quiet wants to be. But अगर हम NUX VOMiCA को देखें तो कैसा होता है NUX VOMiCA? NUX VOMiCA is actually a male remedy. It is used to be prescribed early in days, basically to the males who are very competitive and always engaged into the work. They always think of business, careful of business about, and absorbed in business thoughts, always thinking of how to make more product, how to make more money, how to improve and grow the business. So they are more into workaholic people. And this workaholic people, when they got tired or mentally exhausted, they need relaxation. For relaxation, they used to go to women and consume wine. So whenever we read NUX VOMiCA, 3W is there. 3W, 1W for wealth, second is for women, and third is for wine. But nowadays it has become female remedy too, because of the education. Nowadays every girl is taking higher education, and when they get married, they are very disturbed and depressed that we can't sit in home doing nothing. So they become ambitious, they want to grow, and there is ambition increased for fame, for ambition increased competitive, ambition increased for money making, that I should do something, I should be famous or be the center of attraction, or I should earn money. So they become ambitious, and and start putting efforts. They strive to achieve the goals, so they put their 100%, And because in this process of putting efforts, they feel like no one should question on them that you have not done this work properly, or you have been lacking here or there, or you have made mistake here. So they don't want to listen this from society or anyone, and in this way they become perfectionist because they want to present perfect work. So they are very fastidious, they are perfectionist, they are fastidious not in the looks or but they are fastidious in their work. The work will be of top quality, no one could find any mistake. NUX VOMiCA people are very ardent and they are fighters. Whatever be the situation, if they will not be able to achieve that goal, or for example, if someone is preparing for any competitive exam and that NUX VOMiCA gets failed, but he will not be disheartened. But yes, some discouragements or disappointments will put NUX VOMiCA into the sadness, but because of the buoyancy in NUX VOMiCA patient, जैसे ही कुछ ऐसा होगा कि वो पीछे होगा, बट बायोन्सी से फिर वो आगे और उस एनर्जी से और ज़्यादा एनर्जी से NUX VOMiCA will work to come up. So they are fighters. Fight wants to be, they will never surrender and they will keep going on to achieve the goal. And एक टास्क लेंगे, वो कुछ अचीव करेंगे, देन ही विल पिक अप द नेक्स्ट टास्क. एक एग्ज़ाम पास किया, ही विल क्लियर द एग्ज़ाम, देन ही विल स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट एग्ज़ाम. वन पेशेंट ऑफ माइन, आई वॉज अमेज्ड टू सी दैट वो IIT क्लियर करने के बाद में उसने फिर कुछ और किया, फिर उसने कुछ और किया, फिर उसने एक बिज़नेस किया, बिज़नेस में ज़्यादा अर्न किया, फिर उसके बाद में उसने कुछ मार्बल माइंस ली, फिर मार्बल माइंस के बाद में फिर उसने कोई फैक्ट्री डाली. मतलब आई वॉज लाइक कितना कितना करता जा रहा है, ये सेटिस्फेक्शन क्यों नहीं है? सो दैट इज़ द थिंग विद NUX VOMiCA पीपल. दे आर नेवर सेटिस्फाइड इन देयर लाइफ, दे आर नॉट कंटेंट. चाहिए चाहिए चाहिए, बिकॉज दे फील पुअर, delusion poor. So they keep on going and putting the 100% efforts and they strive lot. So this is all about NUX VOMiCA. And there is anger interruption. कोई अगर बीच में रुकावट आ जाए तो they are very angry and irritative when questioned. when कोई पूछ ले कोई कुछ तो they are irritative when questioned. इनएफेक्चुअल अर्ज हम पढ़ते हैं NUX VOMiCA में, इनएफेक्चुअल अर्ज फॉर स्टूल. मोशन क्लियर होने पे भी, अगर हम फिजिकल एक्सपेक्ट में भी इफ़ वी सी दैट पेशेंट फील्स नहीं, और क्लियर होना चाहिए, और क्लियर होना चाहिए. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट इन मेंटल जो एक्सपेक्ट है वही फिजिकल लेवल पे दैट इज़ प्रिंटेड आउट. दैट उसको लगता है कि नहीं, मुझे और अच्छा करना है, मुझे यहाँ पे अचीव करना है, मुझे यहाँ फर्स्ट आना है, कोई मेरी मिस्टेक ना निकाल पाए. सो दे आर वेरी इंगोर्स्ड इन वर्क एंड दे आर वेरी वर्कोलिक पीपल एंड वेरी एम्बिशियस, फास्टिडियस. सो आई होप ये वीडियो आपको अच्छी लगी. आई विल कम अप डेफिनेटली विद द न्यू रेमेडी नेक्स्ट टाइम, and we will keep on this process of learning and exchanging the knowledge. Please do comments and subscribe my channel. Bye.